Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Taha Institute of Science and Engineering. I am well and hope that all of you are enjoying good health and a happy life with your family and friends. This is the third video of nebosh series. In previous lecture we have discussed first chapter or element number 1, that is health and safety foundations of nebosh IGC1. But now we are going towards the element number 2, that is policy. These are the learning objectives or the outcomes of the today's lecture, that are key elements of health and safety management system, purpose and importance of setting policy for health and safety, the key features and appropriate content of an effective health and safety policy. These are the learning objectives of the today's lecture. Here we can see the framework of health and safety management system. Commercially, a successful organization usually have good health and safety management system in workplace. The principle of good and effective management provide a sound basis for the improvement of health and safety performance. For this, we have identified 5 key elements involved in a successful health and safety management system. The 5 elements are policy, organizing, planning and implementing, and the 4th one is the evaluation, and the 5th one is the action for improvement. These 5 elements are known as the framework of health and safety management. Now we are going to discuss these 5 key elements. Here is the term is the audit, and we will discuss audit in upcoming lectures in detail. The first key element of the framework of health and safety management is the policy. What is policy? A clear statement has to be made to establish health and safety as a prime commitment of management at all level or organization, but particularly at the top level management. Every organization should have a clear policy, the management of health and safety, so that everybody associated with the organization is aware of its health and safety aims and objectives. A good health and safety policy will also enhance the performance of the organization in areas other than health and safety, also help with the personal development of workforce and reduce the financial losses. Organizing is the second key element of the framework of health and safety management. So what is organizing? Organizing is a framework of roles and responsibilities for health and safety must be created within the organization, from senior management to down to the shop floor, including the appointment of specialist staff. The third key element of health and safety management system is the planning and implementing. So planning and implementing deals with the detailed arrangements that must be made for the management of health and safety. Central to this idea is the concept of risk assessment and identification and implementation of safe system of work and protective measures. The 4th one key element of health and safety management system is evaluation. In evaluation, we have to deal with the methods. That methods must be devised to monitor and review the effectiveness of management put into place. This might be done reactively, for example by reviewing accident history and ill health statistics, or actively, for example, by reviewing inspection reports. This is all about evaluation. The last one key element of the health and safety management system is the action for improvement. Any shortcomings identified by the review process must be corrected as soon as possible by making whatever the adjustments are necessary to the policy, organizing and arrangements for the implementations. The following points should be included or considered when a health and safety policy statement is drafted. The first point for the drafting of policy statement is defines the aims should cover health and safety, welfare and relevant environmental issues, and the position of the senior person in the organization that are who are the responsibles for health and safety, and the names of health and safety advisors and any safety representative must be defined in the drafting of policy statement. And a clear commitment to the basic requirements of the Health and Safety at Work Acts like access, egress, risk assessments, safe plant and systems of work, use of articles and substances or handling of articles and substances, and the transportation and handling of the articles and substances regarding information or training and supervisions. These all are must be mentioned in the drafting of policy statement. And a clear commitment to the additional requirements of the management of health and safety at work regulations, just like risk assessments, emergency procedures, health surveillance and employment of competent persons. And drafting of policy also defines the duties towards the wider general public like contractors, customers or students, etc. Principal hazards in the organization must be defined in the policy drafting, and the specific policies of the organizations, for example, smoking policy, the policy about the violence to staff, etc. These all are must be drafted in the policy statement. And a fair commitment to employee consultation, possibly using a safety committee or plant councils. And duties of employees, particularly those defined in the management of health and safety at work regulations, and specific performance targets for the immediate and long-term future. These are the points that must have to be in mind during the drafting of the policy statement. The following list shows common health and safety performance targets, and that targets may be a specific reduction in number of accidents, incidents and cases of work-related ill health, or a reduction in a level of sickness, of absence, a specific area, a specific increase in the number of employees trained in the health and safety can be an indicator for the health and safety performance targets, and an increase in the reporting of minor accidents and near miss incidents, a reduction in the number of civil claims, and no enforcement notices from the Health, Safety and Environment Department or a local authority department, and a specific improvement in health and safety audit scores indicates a good health and safety performance target. And the next one, the achievement of a nationally recognized health and safety management standards. And the next we have the purpose of setting policy. The policy statement should be written by the organization and not by external consultants, since it needs to address the specific health and safety issues and hazards within the organization. So we are discussing the purpose of setting policy. First purpose of setting out the policy for the organization contains the aims and objectives of the organization. Aims that are not measurable, and whereas objectives are measurable for the organization, and aims will remain unchanged during policy revision, whereas objectives will be reviewed and modified or changed each year. The statement should be written in clear and simple language so that it is easily understandable, and it must be clearly defined in the policies. In this purpose of setting policy, who are the responsible for achieving these aims? What are the techniques or methods that are used to achieve these? Policy has a role in decision making. The next we have the key features of policy. We have three key features of policy. The first one is the general statement of intent, and the second one is the organization section, and the third one is the arrangement section. These are the three key features of the policy. So we are going to discussing these features one by one. So starts the first key feature. We have the general statement of intent. General statement of intent outline the importance that the organization places on health and safety and the commitment that can be expected. The general statement of intent sets aims and objectives to be achieved, always signed by the person in overall control of the organization, and objectives and targets are clearly defined in the general statement of intent, and the policy statement of intent should be posted on prominent notice boards throughout the workplace area and brought to the attention of all employees. It can also be communicated to the workforce during team briefing sessions, at the toolbox talks which are conducted at the workplace, or directly by email, internet, newsletters or booklets. It must be a prominent item. The general statement of intent must be a prominent item on the agenda for health and safety committee meetings, where it should be reviewed at each meeting. The second key feature of policy is the organizing section or the organization section of health and safety. This section of the policy defines the names, positions and duties of those within the organization or a company who have the responsible for health and safety. It identifies those health and safety responsibilities and reporting times through the management structure. This section will include the groups together with their associated responsibilities. It is a complete hierarchy of an organization. The organization section highlights the roles and responsibilities that exist at all levels within the organization. It shows the lines of responsibilities and accountabilities. We are going to discuss roles and responsibilities of each representative one by one. Directors and senior managers are responsible for setting policy objectives and targets of policy. whereas supervisors responsible for checking day-to-day compliance with the policy. There are safety advisors also present and responsible for giving advice during accident investigations and compliance issues. There are maybe other specialists such as an occupational nurse or chemical analyst or an electrician, and they are the responsible for giving specialist advice of particular health and safety issues. And the safety representatives are responsible for representing employees during consultation, meeting on health and safety issues with the employers. And now it is a strict duty of workers to perform every activity according to the health and safety standards or instructions. So good information, trainings and working with the employees is essential for good health and safety environment. For the health and safety organization to work successfully, it must be supported from the top, preferably at the board levels, and some financial resources made available. And now we have some key functions in the organization structure. It is also important that certain key functions are included in the organization structure are the accident investigation and reporting. And the other key function in the organization structure may be health and safety trainings and informations, and health and safety monitoring and audit. These are the key functions in the organization structure. This is the third or the last key element. The arrangement section deals with how organization manages health and safety, and it also deals with the consultation with the workers. Section also make control of contractors and visitors, and emergency procedures, welfare and first aid provisions, and developing safe system of work. These all are the tasks related to the arrangement sections. And the following list covers the more common items normally included in the arrangement sections of health and safety policies, and that are the employees health and safety code of practice, accidents and illness reporting and investigation procedures, emergency procedures, first aid, and the procedures for undertaking risk assessments, control of exposure to the specific hazards like noise, vibration, radiation, manual handling, hazardous substances. Or machinery safety, including safe system of work, lifting and pressure equipment, and the electrical equipment that is related to the maintenance and testing of electrical equipment, and the also maintenance procedures, permits to work procedures, and use of personal protective equipment or PPEs. Can also include the monitoring procedure, including health and safety inspection and audits. It also defines the procedures for the control and safety of contractors and visitors, and it provides welfare facilities and training procedures and arrangements. It also provides us with the catering and food hygiene procedures and the arrangements for consultation with employees. These terms of reference and constitutions of the safety committee, and the procedures and arrangements for waste disposals. These all are the points that are normally included in the arrangement sections. Next we have reviewing policy. Before going towards the reviewing policy, as we have discussed the three organizing and arrangements, these are the three sections of health and safety policy are usually kept together in health and safety manual and copies distributed around the organizations. The arrangement section of health and safety policy gives details of specified systems and procedures used to assist in the implementation of the policy statement. And now we have the reviewing policy. It is important that health and safety policy is monitored and reviewed on the regular basis. For this, a series of benchmarks need to be established. There are several reasons to review the health and safety policy. The most important reasons we are discussing here, that could be technological change, organizational change, or legal change. The audit can also be a cause of reviewing policy, and the enforcement actions, change in type of work after the passage of time. A positive promotion of health and safety performance will achieve far more than simply prevent accidents and ill health. It will support the overall development of personnel. A positive promotion of health and safety performance will achieve the improvement in communication and consultation throughout the organizations, and there are minimized financial loss due to accidents and ill health and other accidents. These are the achievement of good safety performance. And also we have the achievements in the results of a promotion of a good health and safety performance. That achievement is due to directly involvement of senior management in all levels of the organization, and it could be improved supervisions, particularly for young persons and those on occupational training courses. It is an achievement to improve production processes and also improve the public image of the organization or company. It is also the reward of promotion of health and safety performance. In a summary or in a nutshell, a successful health and safety policy is likely to lead to a successful organization. So this is the topic of the day, and I hope you all have learned a lot from this video. And in the next we will discuss element number 3 of nebosh IGC1. So stay with us and keep watching our videos for more knowledge. Kindly like, share our videos, and do not forget to subscribe the channel Taha Institute of Science and Engineering. Please press the bell icon button. May Allah bless you. Thank you.